Mud Boss Video here at Macon Speedway, standing by with, well, yeah, I guess you could call him an old-timer. He's turned a lot of laps around this place. Rodney Stander for Mr. Excitement. Well, we know you're going to be back down here again at some point this year. Just waiting on that impressive race car to get done, right?
Yeah, we're still waiting for the car to get done. As soon as the car gets done, we'll be back down here racing some, putting some more laps around here.
Back in the modified class, a lot of people know you from years ago. A lot of feature wins, a lot of sparks off these walls throughout the years.
Yeah, quite a few sparks off the walls here. We've been running here since '91, but yeah, we're getting back. Our Crakey, me and him, we stepped away from the late model, went back into modified. So we have a lot of fun in the modifieds, a lot of good guys down here to race with.
I'll say modified class is probably one of the toughest around outside of maybe the late models, but kind of tell people kind of why you kind of moved around, because there's been a lot of guys that have moved around in classes here the last couple of years, and people don't necessarily understand why. Kind of give them an idea why you might.
Well, the reason I stepped down was kind of got too old for the late model. Things was just happening way too fast. I'm getting way too old for it. I feel a lot more comfortable in the modified, have a lot of fun in the modified. It's you can take a modified and you can run anywhere in the country. So we got back into that and have a lot more fun in it. You know, Howard Nolan helps us out. Dad still helps us out and stuff. Scotty and all them guys, Tim Routs and stuff. So kind of getting the old guys back together and seeing what we can do one more time.
So your schedule right now is basically determined on as soon as you get a race car.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as we get the car, then we'll go from there. So I guess time will tell when we get it. When we get it, then we'll be back racing.
So we'll see you down here and possibly Belclair, Highland, other tracks down there closer to where you live, because you're not in Sullivan anymore like everybody used to. You're down there close to Belleville, down in Germantown.
Yeah, we moved down by St. Louis about 7 years ago. We're starting to race more down around Belleville, Highland, Peevely, Granite City. So there's a ton of guys down there that race. If you look in the point standings, you'll see most of the top 15 in the point standings are from right around that area.
Hey, but at the end of the day, there's just no place like home, right?
No place like coming back to Macon Speedway.
There you have it. The driver of, well, as soon as he gets it, the 28 UMP modified here at Macon Speedway, Rodney Standifer. Mud Boss Video here at Macon Speedway, standing by with Roger the Racer, Roger Drake. A lot of years, a lot of laps around here. Late model, modified, feature winner, track champion. Tell us just a little bit about what you've seen down here throughout the years.
Boy, I tell you what, about 48 years of this place, you've seen a lot. You know, I remember when the old wood wall was here. I used to race against that. Now they put the concrete in years and years ago. And I'll tell you one thing: the racetrack has never been any better than it is now. Bob's really did a good job with it. I just at the recent Herald New 100, and that was the best racetrack I've seen at a 100-lap race ever down here. Did a great job with it.
I say that's saying a lot for what you've seen down here throughout the years. One thing you can vouch for, no matter what that wall's made out of, it doesn't move.
Well, at least it doesn't come inside with you. You know, before the boards would come inside of you, and Springfield was the same way. You know, I've seen boards come in about killed old Dickie Taylor one night over at Springfield, and I wasn't afraid of the boards. I'm not afraid of I was afraid of the concrete to hit it, but I mean, I wasn't afraid about it hurting me inside the car. You know, and it was a great big improvement on this place when they did that, and they've did a lot. You know, they've improved it. It's too bad racing is kind of taking a downhill turn right now, because it's not just the economy, but kids are into video games and stuff like that. Before, well, they was talking the other night, had a nicer crowd for the Herald Review 100, you know, and I looked at these guys. I said, this isn't a good crowd. We used to get bigger crowds than this every Saturday night. You had to come down and stake out a blanket on the place if you wanted a place to sit. It was really big.
I'll say weekly, this was one of the places to be absolutely every week, and you weren't down here by 2 o'clock and couldn't find a spot.
Well, my family always my mother always would bring blankets down and blanket up enough places for us, and you better not settle on them either. There's going to be a fight from her. She wouldn't mess with you, you know. And my mother was a big part of this place. You know, she come down for years. She was voted Woman of the Year down here one year, and she was just a fixture down here. And whenever she got pretty bad, Bobby had a place up for her to set up in the lounge up there so she could have a bathroom and things to go to. And I appreciate this place has been a lot of our family's entertainment for a number of years. My little sister's coming back down here. today. She give up. She's supposed to go out to eat with some people, and she decided that she'd rather come here, so she canceled her plans. So she's on her way over. So it's neat. It's been a big part of our family for years, you know.
What would you say out of those 48 years of being down here? What is your favorite memory, whether it be behind the wheel or in the stands? What's your favorite memory of Mighty Macon Speedway?
Well, you know, I've got lots and lots, but probably one of them was whenever they had a fan vote back in '71. I believe it was '71, and they voted King of Macon Speedway, and I got voted that, and I didn't have to race that night. They parked the car, and I got all I could drink, which was way too much, and all I could eat, and got paid for winning the feature, and I got the points and everything, and I still have some pictures of that. That was quite a night. It turned out to be quite a long night because I drank way too much, didn't get home till way too late. But next morning I woke up, I was still in my racing uniform, laying in bed. So but that was one night. But I had a lot of success in racing, you know, and it used to be. I mean, I had people that helped me that was just like Dick House sitting over here. When he came along, my chassis come alive, and I had another guy that was good on the motors, Henry Crosby. And then I had George Matherly, who was a expert on wiring and just a real good mechanic, period. And then, you know, before that I had Don Nelson, who helped me get my car going. It's all about your help. Anybody that thinks you win these track championships without the proper help, they're just kidding themselves. I never won any races until I got good help, and that's where it come from.
And that's one thing that hasn't changed today. Standing by here at Macon Speedway here on Kids Castle night, Hall of Fame Drivers Reunion here with Roger the Racer, Roger Drake here at Macon Speedway. Mud Boss Video here at Macon Speedway, standing by with longtime track photographer and his wife, Gene and Rosie Sowers. Gene, how many years have you taken pictures at this place?
Well, I don't know, but I remember when they planted them telephone poles out there, they was about the size of toothpicks. Been around about 35 to 40 years, 35, 38, taking pictures. Had a good time. Okay.
I'm saying you've seen a lot of how this sport's changed throughout the years, and you've got probably one of the best historical collections of this racetrack and a couple other area racetracks here of anybody around.
Well, I started in 1963. I had brothers racing down here, and Ross and Rex, and I kind of followed them up and taking their pictures and progressed through the years and many great friendships out of it, and I enjoyed it. It was just like a big family down here and enjoyed every minute of it.
Saying, Rosie, you've always been kind of down here by the side. You always ran the photo stand, met a lot of great people down here.
Yes, we did. We had a good time. I sold pictures for him before we got married, and then after we got married for a long, long time.
I'll say, Gene, out of all the pictures, and I know you've taken a lot of them, you've probably lost count of all of them you've taken down here. You got a couple shots that you kind of remember throughout the years, moments, of crazy things you've seen happen down here that kind of stick out, that come to mind right now?
I remember taking pictures, standing on a turn when they pitted on the inside here, and I would watch the race and anticipate what was going on, and I would see cars spin out and take off flying, and I'd take a picture, and I'd talk to the guy next to me there, and I'd turn around and tell him what I thought of that, and he was nowhere in sight, man. Left me there by myself.
There you have it with longtime track photographer down here at Macon Speedway, Rosie and Gene Sowers, here at Macon Speedway on Hall of Fame night.
Boy, this is many more than we've had in a long time. Shows there aren't many activities in the home tonight, are there, guys? We're here. We just call it old timers night. 30 years ago, that didn't bother me. And now it's offensive. Now, wave your hand. Where are you? Wave your hand when I call you out. Somebody, let Pee-wee out front here. Come on. Dave Smith, Pee-wee's here. How about a hand for Dave? Roger Drake is here. Pickle Standifer. Sid Lill, come on up, Sid. Don Carter. Dick Taylor. There's Dick Taylor. Les Jenkins. There's Les. Skip Perryman. There's Skip. Rex Sowers. That's mail order teeth. Jim Ader. There's the dirt squirt. Gene Sowers. There's Gene. Ray Thevenot taking pictures. Ronnie Tucker. Saw Ronnie out here years ago running the Old Sportsman. And during the week, he broke his arm. He came out here with a cast on his arm and still beat them all. You weren't going to stop him. Tom Seidner. Where's Tom? Kevin Petticourt. Jerry Myers, two-time sportsman champion and our occasional flag man here. Ed Sumner. Saw Ed was here. Where's Mo? Hey, Mo. Jeff Mo. Did I leave anybody out? Orv, come on up here. Orv Graham was the track announcer before I came here in 1974. How many years were you here?
I think about 10 years, yeah. A long time ago. Long time ago.
And what was your signature call?
A signature call? Pickles. Thanks, yeah.
You don't remember how it goes.
Hey, they're already hot with the pickle in the middle and the mustard on top.
If you've been around here for a while, you remember that from Orv Graham. We worked for 30, 40, 50 years at the radio stations together. And Orv, you're going to call a race tonight, aren't you? Well, that's what you think. It's a long way to that gate. I have people. How about a hand for all of our Hall of Famers? Any of you going to drive anything tonight? I think Ronnie Tucker could probably still whip them pretty good. And Dick Taylor still whips them pretty good now and then. What happened? What? Sneak up on me. All right, now let's get Dirt Squirt. Get Dirt Squirt. Oh, I need the Dirt Squirt out here. You can't talk about Geritol all night, Orv. You go ahead. He was racing when you came here, still racing when I came here. Talk to him.
Okay, Jim. Jim Ader, let's see, red number 4?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, and you still run the garage here?
Yeah, still run the garage, yeah.
And your son ran down here, raced here for a while.
Yeah, he raced long enough that he won the championship down there one year.
And you were injured in a race. I was the announcer at the time. I was on the judge's stand, and you were driving a number 16. It wasn't your car. It belonged to Don Maxheimer from Pana. And what happened?
Well, he had a radiator mounted inside of it because he'd been having trouble with it overheating. And so I broke my car the night before at Farmer City, and he called and wanted to know if I'd drive his to keep my points going. And so I said, well, I didn't want to drive with that radiator inside. And he said, well, he had his heating problem fixed. They didn't have time to take it out. So I got in it, and it got hot and blew a hose and cooked me real good. And so I jumped out and lit on Pickle Stanifer's hood to get away from it. I spent a couple weeks in the hospital.
2 weeks in St. Mary's after that. That's the only time you were ever injured in a race car.
Right.
Well, it's good to see you here tonight, Jim.
Thank you. Good seeing you again.
It's fun to see a whole bunch of old friends here tonight, Larry.
I'm not used to seeing him not in a tuxedo, though. Remember that? He came raced in a tuxedo one night. Dick Taylor, you're still racing, aren't you? A little bit?
No, I quit.
Like I said, you quit recently.
Yep, early this year. Well, that's okay. You know, I watch both my boys race, and I enjoy that.
What'd you do to that crate engine? He was impressive in the Herald Review 100, wasn't he?
Oh, unbelievable. I mean, we couldn't believe he made the race, but it was neat. We were happy.
All right, Dick Taylor, Pickle Standifer, you ran a couple laps around here.
Yeah, a few.
And what have you been doing with yourself lately?
Not anymore. I have to.
Okay, well, we don't want to pin you down to anything. You could be wanted. Bill Morris, you raced here for several years.
Yep, started when I was in high school down here at Macon, about 1954.
And you ran what we called super modified rails?
Anything and everything.
What are you doing now?
Oh, I help Bob down here a little bit once in a while, and I still got some odds and ends. Always stay busy.
There you go. Roger the racer. Roger, what's up? I hear you're getting a car and you're coming back.
Well, I wouldn't say that's for sure. The guy that I drove for passed away this December, so I've been unemployed this year. But I don't. Can you get compensation for this? I just wondered. I thought I'd sign it up. I didn't.
Yeah. Bob will cover that. No problem. Don't.
B.G. Nevitt was a real strong minister at the church that I go to, and he did a commercial down here one time. It was on TV, and it was really neat. And Phil Giberson owned the car, and it was really a neat experience. And B.G. was a real race fan, a real strong sport, and I'm glad to see all the people from GT here, and it was nice to have him. So.
And he was a race winner too. Sid Lill, haven't seen you around much.
No, I retired. I work a couple days a week and help the boy out. He took over the racing business, and I give all the stuff to him.
So you're not driving, but you're still keeping a hand in a little bit?
Yeah, I work on the boys' car when I can, and that's what we do.
That's cool. Don Carter, haven't seen you in a while either.
Well, it's been a little while, yeah.
Now, what are you doing with yourself?
Taking care of my wife.
Okay, are you still doing fuel or anything?
No, just her.
That's it, taking care of her. Okay. And Jerry Myers, we see you once in a while flagging around here.
Yeah, I have fun doing that. It keeps me occupied when we're not racing sprint cars, so thanks to Bob for letting me do that. I appreciate it.
Now, I don't remember last time Moa was here. Did you flag Moa?
No, you didn't.
Okay, good job. Ray Thevenot, what's going on?
Just taking your pictures.
Okay, just taking pictures.
Got one.
Got one. Oh, I didn't forget him. He was ducking. Oh, no, he wasn't ducking. Wasn't used to seeing you on the front stretch, not upside down, Pee-wee.
Yeah, that's been a few years ago, hasn't it?
That was your late model experience.
I believe that was compliments of Ronnie Tucker.
Good. Well, that very well could have been.
Yeah, I know it was.
Dave Smith, Ronnie Tucker. I get back up here to Ronnie. Ronnie Tucker, we didn't see you much around. You still working on cars?
No, I give that up.
Gave it up. You were ready to get back in a race car?
I'd like to, but I don't think so.
We'll find a Hornet for some of you guys. Les Jenkins. Okay. Come on up here. What's going on with you now?
No, just sitting around the house. I don't get out the track much anymore.
Well, that's a shame. You're here now.
Yeah, it is, but every time I come down here and think about getting back in it, I pull my billfold out and see there's money in it, so kind of changes my mind.
Don't pull it too far out. Somebody from the government will see it.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Les. I didn't skip anybody. I skipped Skip. Skip, what's going on?
Oh, coming down here to the fast racetrack, watching the guys run again. Come down here to enjoy my grandson racing out there in the 56.
Yeah, he looked pretty good in that last race.
Doing good. Not bad for an 18-year-old.
There you go, Skip Perryman. Did I skip anybody? Gene Sowers. Did we talk to you?
Yeah, you talked to me last week.
Oh, well, okay. We'll just try to remember what you said. How about a hand for our Hall of Famers? Let's get Gene in that picture. Patrick Davis, one of our announcers, taking pictures, and Joey Webb's taking pictures, and all right, thanks to Kids Castle Learning Centers in Decatur and Springfield for sponsoring the night, bringing our Hall of Famers. This is the best turnout we've had in a long time for Hall of Fame night. Orv must have had something to do with the organization of it here. You got a... Or Taylorville, Larry Berry Service Center, triple 25s. We haven't been to Taylorville in, good grief, 25 years. We got Street Stock Sportsmen and Hornets next Thursday night. Friday night at Raceway Park in Indianapolis, the ARCA stock cars that are racing this week in Joliet are going to race at Raceway Park 200 laps. Then there's a CRA late model stock car race that Kyle Busch is going to participate in. Next Friday at Raceway Park, I hope that's not the Night Owl burning down again. A lot of smoke going up over there. Well, thanks again to all of our Hall of Famers. Get you something to eat real quick.